1. It is just after 8 o'clock, which might not seem early really to anyone. It's early to me. One of my goals for the year is actually something that I started working towards at the end of last year. It's being more productive. I think it's something everyone kind of talks about, something that they want to do. I've been actually just looking at ways to set myself up for success, and a lot of that has to do with the devices that I use and how I use them and how often I use them. I'm not an Apple fanboy. I definitely wouldn't call myself that, but I have been trying to get everything into the Apple ecosystem, and the last piece of that puzzle for me was my computer. I had been running a custom build PC for years and years, but it has just gotten so slow. It can't edit 4K footage. I get pops and clicks in my audio. I have weird graphic, just like zebra pattern or like PNG checker boxes will just like flash on the screen. My screen will go black randomly. So it was just time for me to move up and move on from my PC. And I got a Mac Mini. So now all of my devices are Mac. iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, MacBook Pro, Mac Mini. So I'm really trying to figure out how I can streamline everything and keep updates and reminders and stuff going across all of my devices. I actually think the best one has been the Apple Watch. I love my watch so much. Today I've been learning about spaces, which is something that I've always known about as an Apple user. My MacBook has that, but like you can set up your computer to have multiple desktops with different apps on each one. So like here I have notes and reminders, here I have mail and Finder, down here I have Safari, and I can set it up, I could put something else over here. So it's just a way of keeping things open and clean and accessible without feeling cluttered. And that's something that I feel like a desktop always ends up being cluttered. You do your best to try to keep your desktop clean, at least I do. But there are a lot of apps that I want to have open at once. I just don't necessarily want them all on the same screen at the same time. So the fact that I can have notes and reminders open, I use notes a lot as like a gratefulness tracker, kind of a journal. So the fact that I can have all of this up on my desktop and then I just still like have it on my iPad is crazy. There's probably Android equivalents. I know Google can do a lot of that stuff. Honestly, this year I'm trying to like shift away from using the Google ecosystem for everything. I want everything to be under Apple. Again, I'm not an Apple fanboy. I'm not going to be out there being like, you got to get Apple stuff. For me and for what I'm trying to do, it makes the most sense and everything just works seamlessly. I don't have to think about it. If I change something in one place, it changes everywhere. I don't have to think like, oh, that note is over there and that document's on that and that file is over there, so I can't access it. I can get everything from anywhere, and it's awesome. I'm really digging it. You know what else I'm digging? This 10 to 18 Sigma lens on the A6700. This lens is pretty dope. People still say dope. I think dope is in 2025. I'm keeping it in. It's so cool that I can just edit my reminders here and move stuff around. I need to just go do this one. We are so bad about getting our mail. Our mailbox is probably like jammed full. Being better. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna go do it right now. This is how much mail we had. It's actually not that bad. I was expecting it to be way worse. We just don't get a whole lot of snail mail, so we don't think to check it that often, but usually when we do think to check it, it looks like this. The bummer part too is that it's like not even fun mail. The most of it is like, you're pre-approved and you pre-qualify for this loan and this line of credit. We get a couple of like cards from family members, and Hannah and I are both 30, so we get a lot of like, here's our 17th child and things like that. So, boop. And that is satisfying. I've been watching Adrian Purr's videos since he was doing stuff on TikTok, and now he's got his YouTube channel. And this exact video that he posted today, Stop Caring So Much, this is something that I was going to talk about yesterday in a vlog that actually got deleted because I'm still learning the Mac ecosystem. As good as it is, I'm learning it, and I made a mistake in a file name and deleted something. Caring so much is something that I am 100% guilty of, and it is something that has actually stopped me from being creative. First of all, caring about what people think. Chasing the views, chasing the watch hours, chasing the subscribers. I'm also a musician, so chasing the listeners and the followers and all of that stuff that comes with being a musician. I cared so much about what I was making and needing it to be perfect and hoping that people liked it, that if I felt like it wasn't good enough, I wasn't gonna post it. I wasn't gonna share it with anyone. That is absolutely true with vlogging as well, and posting videos in this kind of creative space. It's something that I'm trying to get over this year because I like creating. I like making videos. I like writing music. I'm trying to get over that perfectionist mentality of it has to be great, otherwise I'm not gonna share it. If that's my thought process, I'm not gonna share anything. And especially last year, kind of starting towards the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, I was better about it. So I'm a little worried about me being this optimistic at the beginning of 2025, because throughout 2024, it just tanked again. And this year, I've already shared, a vlog so far this year, which is more than I did last year. I'm trying to get over that perfectionist mentality and trying to just create and be authentic and real and do the things that I like, mostly for the fact that I can go back and watch stuff later. I have probably hundreds of vlogs of me from my late teens and early 20s that are privated on my YouTube account. I go back and watch those all the time, and it's really cool. And I wish I had kept up with it throughout my 20s, just to document a couple tours that my band went on, getting married, moving from Illinois to Charlotte, moving from Charlotte to Texas. I could have documented all that, and I just didn't, because I felt like if it wasn't perfect, then nobody would care. So I stopped caring. This year, I'm gonna stop caring about caring. And I'm gonna record, and I'm gonna vlog and document and have fun and share it. I don't know if you've noticed this, but it seems like there's gonna be a huge vlog boom in 2025. It was starting to ramp up towards the end of 2024, and I've seen so many people who are like, I'm starting a vlog. Here's my first episode of the vlog. New camera, new vlog. I'm here for it. As a 30-year-old who grew up watching all the vloggers, I'm ready for YouTube to go back to people documenting life. I'm ready for it to not be this polished commercial looking content. I wanna log on and watch people live and connect and relate and create and share. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm seeing.
Talk to yourself a little nicer. They're mindful.
That's literally in my goals for 2025. Personal goals. Be nicer to myself when I have times when I'm not creating. I was so mean to myself last year and in the past years when I was going through times where creating was difficult, because I thought there was something wrong with me. There was something wrong with me. It was me. I was making it harder for myself than it needed to be. Overthinking things to the point where I just didn't do anything. So with my new computer, with my new camera, with a new year, taking down ideas on my phone, my iPad, having everything be connected all throughout one software ecosystem is gonna be a huge help for me. And I think as I make these videos and as the year goes on, I'll hopefully be able to share some of what I've been doing and how it has worked for me, or maybe how it hasn't worked for me, and maybe you will find some value in that. Most of all, I just want to stay productive, and I want to record videos. It sounds like it shouldn't be that hard, right? Just two things. Unfortunately, it gets hard, especially if you get in your head like me. I get in my head and convince myself that what I'm doing is not good enough, and that no one cares, and that I shouldn't care. And if no one cares and I don't care, why even do it? But this year, as long as I care, which I do, I know that I do, then I'm gonna be making videos. Be on the lookout. They're coming. They're coming. I don't have a schedule. Hey Siri, add make a content schedule to my YouTube reminders list. Did it do it? It did! It put contact schedule when I'm pretty sure I said content. Maybe I need to teach Siri my accent. I'm not really gonna do that. I just want to show how sick it is having a watch. Get an Apple Watch.